Why did the Fat Controller call us all here? Apparently he's got some big announcement. It must be a new engine. That'd be nice. We haven't had a new engine in a very long time. We could really use some help on the main line. And the branch line too. Speaking of which, what on earth happened to you three? We're on probation. What does that mean? We each did something stupid and got punished for it. Gordon went down a ditch, I went down a mine, and James tried to climb the slippery hill all by himself. Long story short, we've been relegated to small work until the Fat Controller chooses otherwise. Wow, that's very unfortunate. And hilarious. Henry? What? I'm sorry. I just find it funny that 3 out of our 7 engines are essentially being sent to the naughty corner. I think as an annoyance. Now we have to do their work as well as our own. Well, I can handle it. You can maybe, but we can't. I'm likely going to have to handle all of Thomas's branch line with Toby. You will, but you'll be fine. Just remember what I said about the coaches. Annie and Clarabelle are very picky about how they're pulled. Yeah, you said they were very meticulous. Meticulous. God, do you even know English? Hey! Back off, James. And Percy, don't react. We can just scare him when he's least expecting it or something. Well, once I'm off probation, that is. Yeah, don't mention that around the Fat Controller, please. Speaking of which... Right. Now, although we are under... unique circumstances at the moment, I've just received some important news that I need to share with you. As most of you know, the new ruler of the UK, Queen Elizabeth II, was recently crowned. Since then, she's been touring the country and visiting numerous rail networks all across the country. And I'm pleased to announce that she'll be visiting our railway soon as well. Now, there's a lot of work to do in preparation. She'll be here in 10 days and I need to pick the engines necessary for the event. Thomas, Gordon, and James, I'm giving all 3 of you the chance to prove yourselves worthy of being a part of this event. Perform well and you'll get your jobs back and you'll be allowed to attend. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, as I have it right now, Edward will go in front and Henry will pull the royal train. Subject to change. Need me to arrange your next train? No need. I'll do it myself. You know, I think it's the 2 of us that are really in disgrace right now. James didn't really do much wrong other than run his mouth. Hey. I think the Fat Controller just got so fed up that he dragged him in with the rest of us. Agreed. You know, I think the 2 of us working together could get us both in the Fat Controller's good graces again. What are you proposing? An alliance. You help me and I'll help you. Are you in? Absolutely. Excellent. Now, before we help each other, I suggest we help James out. Agreed. But how? You excited to pull the train? Indeed I am. I can hardly wait. Although I will say I'm quite nervous to meet the Queen. I want to make a good impression. You will, old friend, don't worry. Now, I'd best get going. See you later, Henry. Whoa. Oh, look what you did! Look what I did! It was your whistle that startled me. It's a train station, what do you expect? All right, enough. Henry, you'll have to go to the washdown and get cleaned up right now, otherwise your wheels won't run properly once the paint dries. I don't think you're suited for the royal train. Ah, there you 2 are. Hello, sir. There's something we wanted to talk to you about. Okay, what is it? Well, there's something we wanted to ask you. Is this about probation? Sort of. Very well. Let's hear it. Could you take James off of it? James? Why him? Gordon and I agree that what we both did was stupid, but we also agree that James kind of got dragged into it after the Hill incident, and for running his mouth. So we feel he was sort of innocent in this whole fiasco. I must admit, I don't disagree. Very well. You two will remain on probation until the 26th, but James will return to express duties, seeing as how Henry's wheels are in bad shape. Yes, sir. If this is a sign of maturity that the two of you plan on showing me, I might take you off sooner. Have a good day. Alright, I've still yet to make my decision on who will pull the royal train, but if any of you have any suggestions, let's hear it. I have one, sir. Of course. Well, I was going to suggest that Thomas go up front and Gordon take the train. And why's that? I'm not entirely sure what was going through their minds when they did what they did, but I know that they are both sorry and that they both deserve a reward for their exceptionally hard work this week. I haven't heard either of them complain once this week, and I've been in the yard quite a bit. Edward, I appreciate your input. Your level of maturity stands out. You're the most gracious, giving, and kind engine in my fleet. You speak from the heart. And because of that, I still want you to lead. But I want Thomas to arrange the coaches for the trip and after the trip. And I want Gordon to pull the train. Wait, really? You'd do that for us, sir? Yes, you've more than proven yourselves. Does this also mean? Yes, you will have your branch line back, Thomas. And Gordon, starting tomorrow, you'll pull the express. Now, we still have some preparation to do, so let's get some rest so we can get to work in the morning. Thank you, Edward. Really. Of course. Now let's get to work. Well, tomorrow, that is. Here we go. Shh. Welcome, Your Majesty. Can we whistle? No, stay quiet. A pleasure, Sir Bertram. It's lovely to meet you in these grand engines. I must say, this engine in particular that brought me here is quite glamorous. Thank you. This is Gordon, our express engine. Ah, pleasure to meet you, Gordon. I do believe I've met your brother, a Flying Scotsman. Pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty. How is he, if I may ask? Oh, I haven't seen him in quite some time, but he was doing well when I saw him, as were your other brothers. Thank you, Your Majesty. And you, my friend, were an excellent guide. Thank you for making the trip a smooth one. It was my pleasure, Your Majesty. And I must thank you as well for arranging these coaches. You shunters may not be seen as much, but you worked just as hard, and for that, I thank you. Well, thank you, ma'am. You have some marvelous engines here, Sir Topham. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'm very proud of all of my engines and my staff. It's no wonder why these books about you are so popular. A strong railway filled with strong engines with strong personalities. Never stride away from who you are. That goes for all of you. Yes, Your Majesty. Farewell, Sodor. Thank you all for a lovely visit. Now we whistle. Thank you all so much for helping with this. You've all been really useful. Thank you, sir.